This video today, I'm going to be talking about how important it is for you to be living from your wish fulfilled, and for you to be doing your practices and your exercises for manifestation and for what you want to create and the life that you want to be living. You're doing these practices, whether they are journaling, whether they are scripting, whether it's meditation, whether it is affirmations, ask-formations, like whatever practices and tools you're doing, whether it's falling asleep, feeling and thinking as if something's already happened in your life, whether you've got the partner or you've got the money or you've got the freedom or whatever it is, it's so important that we do these practices not so that we can get something, but actually so that we just change our concept of ourselves, changing our self-concept. Sorry about the plane. I'm currently in my grandpa's spare room that I'm staying in at the moment in Sydney. Just gonna let that plane go over. Yeah, how important it is and how vital it is that when we do whatever practice we're doing, whether it's ask-formations, affirmations, scripting, journaling, whatever it is, like I was saying before, that we're doing it to change the concept of ourselves, that we're doing it to change the way that we see ourselves, not so that we can get something. Because if we're trying to get something, we're still depending on the 3D, when we now know that the 3D is a reflection of what's going on inside of us, of our thoughts, of our feelings, how we see ourselves, our self-concept. That is what is dictating what our life looks like. And so it's so important that we live from the wish fulfilled, and we do this just inside of ourselves, not needing anything to show up in our physical reality. Like, stop checking, stop looking, stop waiting, stop trying, and just be about it in your energy. Hello, and just a quick introduction from me. My name is Patrice, and I'm here to help you live the life that you genuinely want to be living. Down below, I have a bunch of resources because I am a coach, I am a motivational speaker, I'm also a podcast host, and one of the links down below is a link to my podcast called Into the Nothing, and it's where I have conversations with legends just like you and me, people who are trusting themselves, trusting their own path and walking accordingly, really using space, stillness, prosperity, the quantum field to create the reality that they want to live. So go and check that out. Also down below you will find some links if you'd like to work with me one-to-one. Just go and fill out that form down below. And
what else is there?
There's a bunch of links to some books that I absolutely love that you can go and check out. And there's also a link to a free meditation that you can download if you'd like to trust your path. If you would like to just put some blinkers on and trust the path that you're walking, rather than keep checking out what everyone else is doing and getting really distracted and getting really like, wait, should I be doing that? Because Sarah's doing this and Bob's doing that. How can you just trust your innate path, and also that obstacles in life aren't quite what they seem? So feel free to go and grab that meditation. And yeah, let's get into this video. So it's so important for us to start to recognize that when we do these manifestation practices and use these tools, they're amazing, but knowing that we're not doing them to change our reality, because if we have that intention, it's going to get the process all muddled up. We're really just going to be doing it to change how we see ourselves within ourselves. So again, like you hear me say a million times, it's not about anyone else knowing that you're doing these practices and these changes and these shifts. The reason I say that is because you are going to have to change how you see yourself within yourself in micro moments all throughout the day. And so if you're doing that within your thoughts, and if you're doing that within your feelings, no one's going to know that. No one's going to see that. And I just want to highlight that because it's so important to get to that level where you're just so internal and you're so aware of what you're thinking and feeling. A great question to ask yourself throughout the day Or if you're just starting out with this concept of really going into the nothing of your internal world to create the life that you want to create, a great question to ask yourself is, and pop it in your calendar throughout the day on your phone, for example, like a reminder that says, what am I thinking now? What am I feeling now? Because in that moment, you get out of the head and you get out of whatever's going, and you can actually become aware and become present to whatever is going on, and you bring yourself into the present moment. It's like the breath, a great tool. And this is the thing with tools. There are so many amazing tools. There's no good, bad, right or wrong, but it's how you're using the tools. Knowing that certain tools will work for some people and certain tools will work for other people, depending on how we learn and what best suits us. There's not one size fits all. But what I do know is that going into your internal world in whatever channel, in whatever way, whether that is the breath, whether that is scripting, whether that is journaling, whether it is like whatever, meditation, which is, you know, my gateway, one of my favorites. Whatever tool you're using, knowing that you are changing your self-concept, you're changing how you see yourself within yourself. So changing the thoughts that you think. If you want more abundance and more prosperity, to be more in line with abundance and prosperity all throughout the day when no one even knows that you're changing your thoughts. Is there something that you are going to do purely for you, within yourself? And so when we do these tools, when we use these tools amazing and these techniques, know that you are the technique. Like, you have to shift and change within you. You have to change how you see yourself within yourself. And what I love about this so much is that when we do this and we access the subconscious mind, and you know, you've probably seen videos of mine where I talk about the way that we go to bed, like the way that we're starting to fall asleep and head to bed, when our brain waves are slowing down and we can access our subconscious mind to actually make the changes in our life, because that's what's really controlling our life, not just the conscious mind that's really running 10%, such a little part of our life. And then as we wake up, we'll become a different person. We'll start to feel different because we've set ourselves up as going to sleep to feel different. And then the practices that we have as we wake up. What do we do then? How do we set up our day? How do we start to set up our mind and how we're thinking and how we're feeling from that point? But it starts from how we went to sleep, and then throughout the day that trickles into that. And what's so cool about this is that when we start to reprogram ourselves, initially it's going to feel challenging and you're going to have to put work and grit and effort and a whole lot of commitment in. But at a certain point, because you're accessing your subconscious mind, you're rewriting the programs within yourself just like a computer, that you start to automatically just do new behaviours. And that feeling when you're like you're taking action that you didn't even think about, a positive action, you can feel that it's so aligned with who you know you really are and who you're meant to be and what you're meant to be doing right now. It just automatically happens, and it is the best feeling because you'll be mid-action, like you'll be saying something different to someone else, or you'll start to just naturally have beautiful, perfect, wonderful thoughts. And just here right now, set the intention. I think perfect thoughts. Just right now, I'm just going to stop. Beautiful. I think perfect thoughts. We're just going to set that intention. But when you start to have, or when I and my clients start to have these beautiful thoughts that naturally bubble up, that we naturally get to think, it's the best feeling because there was no effort involved. Because when you access the subconscious mind and you change your self-concept, and it's in there and it's in this part of us that we can't see, in the nothing of us, hence my podcast, Into the Nothing. Check it out on all usual places that you listen to podcasts. When we get into that place, and it just starts to life just automatically changes. We take different actions, we feel different feelings naturally, and we think different thoughts, and naturally conversations start to happen and magic starts to happen, and even more synchronicities. We become even more aware of all the synchronicities. It's so cool, but it's all from changing our self-concept, how we see ourselves, the concept of ourselves within ourselves. It's not about doing it to get something. Because the concept of you that has everything, that's what you need to work on, because then it will just automatically happen and show up. For example, the thoughts that I'm thinking at the moment that I'm making myself think are around having a YouTube channel where people get the most amazing content. So I actually sat before I filmed this video and sat here and just bathed in my self-concept that I am training myself to be, to feel, to think naturally, because I know then that it's the actions, the results will just happen effortlessly and naturally when my self-concept is locked in. So I sit here and I speak as if to myself, to no one else. I speak out loud, I get quiet, I drop into my body, and I start saying things like, and this is also, I can have a beautiful YouTube channel, right? That supports you, that supports me, and we get to do this together. So I drop into myself and I start saying things like, before I film this video, I love YouTube, I love the YouTube channel. It's so prosperous for me. And what's so beautiful about that, so as you can see, I'm speaking as if it's already done. It's already done. I'm just focusing on my self-concept. I don't actually need anything to change in my outer environment. I don't need YouTube to do anything. I don't need anything. I'm just changing how I think and how I feel about myself, and how I think and how I feel about a subject, whether it's money, whether that's a relationship, whether that's YouTube, whatever it is. And that's what I focus on. So I focus on myself and my relationship with myself, and then my relationship with the thing. And I'm just doing it all internally. So YouTube, I'm so grateful that I get to reach so many people, hundreds of thousands of people. They get so impacted by my videos. They love to like, they love to comment. I love to engage with them in the comments and build beautiful relationships. I have so many subscribers. My subscriber account grows every single day. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people. It's so fun, it's so easy. I'm so grateful to the platform of YouTube. I'm so grateful to the people that work at YouTube and the ideas behind it and the innovations behind it and the inventions behind it. I'm so grateful to myself for being so confident in trusting what wants to be said, speaking from my body, speaking from what I know, speaking from what actually creates change and transformation and real, tangible, life-changing shifts that make life so much better for every single person that watches this. Their life genuinely becomes easier, better, improved. Their consciousness just shifts and they change just by watching the videos, and people love watching the videos. They can't wait to hang out and see my videos. When they see it pop up in their feed, they click straight on it, they watch the entirety of the video, they love it, they enjoy it, they bathe in it, they can't get enough of it, they marinate. Do you see what I'm doing? And so my invitation to you is, where can you start to change your self-concept and just do it focusing on yourself and your thoughts and your feelings within yourself, rather than needing anything in your outer environment to change. Focus on you. The shift happens within you. I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking and commenting. I love you so much. And just know that you deserve it all. You are infinitely abundant, and the only thing in the way of you having what you want is you, but you've got this. I love you. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much.